coming up?
To me, is a place that people go that like to relax.
Strawberry season is just getting started. We head to one of SoFlo's favorite farms for strawberries, tomatoes, cinnamon rolls, and more. Parents, you won't want to miss these classes aimed at keeping your kids moving and healthy. Speaking of healthy, we meet with several experts on how to make the most of your visits to a general practitioner. Plus, the fair is back. All of that and more is today on SoFlo Health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie. Take a guess where I am. Do these help? If you said a strawberry farm, you're close. If you said Knaus Berry Farm, that's exactly where we are. From late October to mid-April, the line forms around Knaus Berry Farm as people line up for the best cinnamon and pecan rolls in South Florida, and some say the world. The Knaus family has operated a farm and roadside bakery in the rural Redland area of Miami for over 50 years. And yes, this is cinnamon roll heaven. And the last thing you'd expect from SoFlo Health, but there's strawberries, tomatoes, and more. It's a beautiful day in Sunset Harbor, and it's that time of year where you should be considering your insurance options for you and your loved ones. That's why we're meeting with Michelle from Cigna Medicare Advantage to learn more. I'm now joined by Michelle of Cigna Medicare Advantage. It's that time of year where it's open enrollment, but what does that mean?
Great question, Hunter, and thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate being here, talking a little bit more about Medicare and clearing up a little bit of the confusion, right? So what's Medicare? What's going on? So we're in a time where we call annual enrollment period, or better yet, under sales world, AEP, which happens from October 15th through December 7th. This is the time where 22 million people that are under Medicare Advantage plans can make a change in their Medicare. So right now it's kind of, let's shop around, let's figure out what's going on, what's happening, do I have to make a change, do I stay? So right now, shop around, get more information, get more clarification, and see what fits your needs.
And you're offering Medicare Advantage plans. How does that differ from Medicare in the first place?
Perfect question. So there's two types. We have Medicare Advantage and then we have Original Medicare. So Medicare Advantage provides a little bit more coverage than Original Medicare would.
Okay, great. And where is Cigna's Medicare Advantage available?
Cigna Medicare Advantage is located here in South Florida, beautiful South Florida, in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach counties.
And what is Cigna Medicare Advantage offering?
One of the advantages of having Cigna Medicare Advantage is we offer a wide variety of plans, including HMO and PPO. So when it comes to the benefits, there's many things that you can look at and we can be offering you as a member. We have up to $3,000 for dental benefits, open network, so you can go to whomever. We have 0 monthly premium plans, where you can also save $125 on your Medicare Part B premium. It's a give back that goes back into your Social Security, or $0 for specialists and primaries.
Michelle, who is this for?
So Medicare Advantage, the way it typically works is if a person is 65 or older, they have a disability, or they have chronic conditions.
Michelle, what are some tips that you have for our viewers?
Great question, Hunter. So let's talk a little bit about those tips, right? Because they're very important. Everything is important that we're talking about today, but there are things that you have to weigh in when considering Medicare Advantage. First thing is first, review your changes. At late September, everyone should have received an annual notice of change, or better as we know it, an ANOC, right? And it kind of gives you an idea of what's happening in your current MAPD plan for the upcoming year. You want to make sure that you're reviewing all those changes. Is my doctor still in network? What facilities, hospitals, my medications, what's going on? And then that way you can assess pretty much, do I stay or do I make a switch?
And what's your second tip?
Second tip, weigh the extras, okay? Let's do a comparison. Let's make sure that we're looking at what Original Medicare is not offering. And those important factors are dental and vision.
Last but not least,
consider the factors. And we're talking about beyond the cost, right? We have to make sure we're looking at a few items. Let's make sure that we're looking at co-payments. Let's make sure that we're looking at network. Is your doctor in network, out of network? Are the hospitals all in network or out of network, right? Specialist. How easy is it to go to your specialist? Do you require a referral? out-of-pocket expenses. Those are all important items to consider, especially if there is changes that you may have to encounter when paying out-of-pocket or a deductible.
Yeah, and all of this affects your health care that you receive, so it's important to be keeping all of this in mind. If people would like to learn more, how can they?
They can go right on to signamedicare.com, get connected with one of our licensed agents, and get more information on there.
Thank you so much for your time.
No, thank you for having me, Hunter. Appreciate it.
Of course. In the right season, Knaus Berry Farm is one of the few you-pick farms left in South Florida. And they have strawberries and tomatoes available for you-pick, as well as other locally grown fruits and vegetables. We're going to meet Herb now. Herb's going to tell us what we need to know about strawberries, about tomatoes, the seasons, and much more.
Knaus Berry Farm, to me, is a place that people go that like to relax. It seems like everybody is so busy with life that we're basically an escape, and we try to make it pleasant for the people. The best strawberries, I do a lot of grading of strawberries, and if you find the ones that are nice and plump, they don't have to be real big, but if they're red at both ends, most generally they have real good flavor. Strawberries are different than tomatoes. Tomatoes you can pick pink and they'll go ahead and ripen, but a strawberry, you pick it as what it is. It doesn't ripen. Agriculture, especially strawberries, one year can be your best year and next year can be your worst year. It's not, It's all weather related. What amazes me is in the summer, you know, we have the buildings, their parking lots empty, and then the day we're gonna open, all at once, it's like you turn a light switch on. People enjoy cinnamon rolls. That's one of my favorites, a cup of coffee and a cinnamon roll in the morning. People come from all over for cinnamon rolls. We have vegetables. We have another location that we raise our vegetables. We have squash and, like I said, well, we have tomatoes also. Gourmet lettuce, we have arugula. We have different things, radishes. We raise our own vegetables. The only thing we do not raise is our corn. A local farmer we know raises our corn. One of my favorite part is watching people when they come up to the counter and they're looking at the strawberries and we give them one and they eat it and they say, this is really good. That, I don't know, to see a smile on a person's face is, the older I get, the more I appreciate it.
Come right back. More Knaus Berry Farms, the Broward Fair, and healthy classes designed for your kids are still to come on SoFlo Health.
Focusing on you. Innovations in modern medicine from your team of experts at UHealth, the University of Miami Health System.
Back pain can be debilitating, but an innovative spinal procedure performed at UHealth Jackson Neurosurgery is giving patients relief they never thought possible. Jesus Deus is smiling again after a minimally invasive spinal surgery led by Dr. Gregory Basil, the director of endoscopic spine surgery at UHealth.
So many of them have gone to their primary care doctor with problems like back pain, leg pain. A lot of patients have trouble. Some of them have trouble walking.
Every day I was thinking about maybe they are my muscles. I'm getting older until I couldn't walk.
Dr. Basil and his team performed endoscopic spinal surgery on Jesus to relieve a compressed nerve in his spine.
We actually look at the nerve that's being compressed and we take whatever's compressing it away. And we're seeing our patients recover earlier, go home earlier, return to work earlier, and really get back to their lives.
The powerful partnership of Jackson UHealth Neurosurgery offers state-of-the-art neurosurgical services.
And that team isn't just neurosurgeons, isn't just nurse practitioners and PAs, it's anesthesiologists, it's pain management doctors, it's physical medicine and rehabilitation doctors.
Jesus is grateful to Dr. Basil and the power of two, UHealth Jackson Neurosurgery.
I'm grateful. I'm happy. I want to scream, thank you, Basil.
We're still rocking here at Knaus Berry Farms, where you can pick your own strawberries, but maybe you didn't know that you could pick your own tomatoes. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and Herb earlier gave us some pretty good advice in case you missed it when it comes to picking tomatoes or strawberries. Pick the red ones. So I look in here we go. Nice little red one. A little funky looking, but still red nonetheless. He told us that strawberries, once you pick them, that's it. They don't ripen anymore, and that's all they have to them. Tomatoes, on the other hand, continue to ripen. However, if you let them turn red on the vine, that's the best because it does all the hard work of getting more nutrients for you and being tastier. I'm on Lincoln Road, but not where you usually go. Not here for the food or the shops. I'm here at a place created by some fellow South Floridians to create a better experience for your kids. This is Alana of State of Kid. Alana, what is State of Kid?
So State of Kid is a modern children's concept that was created in 2019 right here in Florida. We are a space that combines curated retail assortment, as you can see here, enrichment classes, everything from music and movement, dance, sensory, science, as well as birthday parties. So we are built to make parenting easier.
And why did you create State of Kid?
Cheryl, my co-founder, and I created State of Kid when we both had very young children, and we were looking for a place that really had everything we needed, from meeting people in our community, building our own tribe, attending classes, a place that gave us flexibility to try new things. We didn't have to commit for long periods of time to different activities. We were able to try dance, try movement, try science, try cooking, all in the same space.
Okay.
We could also shop, we could buy gifts, and now we can have a birthday party too.
This is to be a part of the developmental process of your child's life. And at this age, it's the most important time. So State of Kid gives you that. And the takeaway, like when I go home, I remember things the teachers say that maybe as a mom I just wouldn't remember, I wouldn't think of. And this is my background, and it still reminds me to stop and slow down and really, really focus on what they need under the age of 8. I mean, under the age of 5 is the most important time. So being here has been as much of a learning experience for me as for her. We're gonna go home. We're gonna go home.
What is this space that we're in right now?
So this is our Miami Beach location. This was our second location. We actually have 3 now. We have a new one in South Miami. And right now we're in our retail space. Behind us is our class space. We have 2 classrooms that also can be opened into one very large class space. And that's where we do birthdays and bigger classes like dance and movement classes.
If people would like to learn more about State of Kid, how can they?
They can go to stateofkid.com, our website, our Instagram at stateofkid as well. We're always posting about new classes, new events. We do a lot of events, from charity events to special themed events like Halloween just passed, and we had so many specific themed classes. We'll have some fun things for Art Basel and the holidays too.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, so we have so many fun events and activities coming up during Thanksgiving, the week that schools are closed. We're going to have some mini camps, so 2-hour mini camps where parents can drop their kids and get shopping done, meal prep done. We do that around the holidays as well when schools are closed. And we also have special Art Basel themed events. We'll do things around Formula One again. We really like to come up with themed activities around all the amazing things happening in South Florida.
Yeah, it's something for the kids and for the parents.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for State of Kid and spending some time with us today.
Thank you.
Of course. Knaus Berry Farm isn't just a place to pick tomatoes and strawberries or even pick up your cinnamon buns. It's also where people come to hang out. Herb was telling us earlier that he likes to provide an environment, and everybody here likes to provide an environment that is welcoming and relaxing, and some people will just bring a picnic blanket and lay out beneath the mango trees or on the lawn and enjoy the atmosphere and maybe some lunch. Okay, enough with all the health nonsense. Cinnamon buns are coming up.
Going to the doctor is getting more and more complicated as time goes on. Used to be a lot simpler. Nowadays, it's a lot more complicated. Lucky for us, I'm here at MyCare Medical with Dr. Wong, who's going to teach us a little bit about how to make the most out of our doctor's visit.
I think we have to be prepared. We prepare, number one, is the key. Prepare to ask the right questions. The other P that I put is bring the pharmacy.
So I should bring the actual bottles that I have?
Absolutely, yes. And last is personalized. Personalized thing, because medicine is one of the areas that one size does not fit all. We must adjust it to your age, to the chronic illnesses you have, and all the other medications that you take. So it's important that you bring all the data to us so we can give you the best advice plan.
Is that something that MyCare Medical specializes in?
We absolutely emphasize that in all our providers, and we have a team. Besides the physicians, we have physician associates, nurse practitioner, medical assistant, that we're all engaged in making sure that no one drops the ball.
Dr. Wong, how can we find out more about MyCare Medical?
Visit us on the website, call us for an appointment, and visit one of our offices and talk to us. We're very happy to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Don't worry, those famous cinnamon rolls and all of the fun of the fair are right here after the break on SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and it is a shame they have not invented smell-o-vision yet, because I can smell some cinnamon goodness, because so far at Knaus Berry Farms, where we are today, we've talked about this. That's great, but this is why we're here. I'll see you with some cinnamon buns after you watch this. The fair at Margate is happening tonight in a field just like this one, but I don't want to wait. Fortunately, I have an app on my phone that opens a portal. Oh, you don't have a portal app on your phone? Well, just have to use mine. Let's go. Everything you expect from a fair, like bumper cars, tilt-a-whirl, a Ferris wheel, and tons of fun rides that are sure to get your heart rate going. Speaking of rides, did you know that electric bumper cars and Ferris wheels have been around for over 100 years? Well, they have. And those bumper cars still don't steer very well, but they sure are fun to drive. If yoga isn't your thing, but you still like the goats and you missed out on our episode of Goat Yoga, well, you can just come here and feed the goats for yourself at the petting zoo. Always classic part of the fair. Do you guys like yoga? You've ridden all the rides, you've seen all the shows, you've played all the games, you've walked around, and you've worked up an appetite, you know what it's time for. The turkey leg. Now, is this healthy? Well, there's some protein content in here. As for this funnel cake, classic, but there's probably no hope. We're not worried about it here on SoFlo Health, though, because we eat well and we exercise year-round so we can enjoy ourselves here at the fair, or anywhere for that matter. And, you know, now that I think about it, this will go really good with some Oreos. Fried Oreos. While we're waiting for some cinnamon buns, I should tell you that the healthy option is available. You can get the produce right here, like Herb told us earlier. But like I said, I'm here for the cinnamon buns. I want to get in line with Manny, our producer. November is National Diabetes Month, and today I'm joined by Dr. Jean Lewis at Conviva Care Centers. Doctor, what do people need to know about diabetes?
1 out of 4 seniors over 65 are diagnosed with diabetes.
Type 1? Type 2?
Type 2, which is considered adult onset, which occurs over time.
So, type 1 is something that's hereditary?
Most likely hereditary and usually happens to younger patients.
And type 2 can happen to anyone?
To anyone.
Okay, great. Well, not great, but I understand. And when we're talking about type 2 diabetes, how does that affect seniors differently?
Well, they can affect their kidneys, their heart, their eyes. So generally, it's the whole body that's affected.
And then, of course, what do you do about it?
The main thing is lifestyle modification, so following a diet that's low in sugar, exercise, and there's also medications.
Is type 2 diabetes something that can be reversed?
There is no cure for type 2 diabetes, but it can be controlled with lifestyle modification and medications.
And what are some of those lifestyle modifications?
Diet and exercise are very important. So a low sugar diet, rich in fruits and vegetables, and removing any refined sugars from your diet.
And when it comes to who's at risk for type 2 diabetes, are there people that are more at risk than others?
Unfortunately, as we age, we're at higher risk for diabetes, but also obesity also is a risk factor for diabetes. For nearly 100 million Americans are pre-diabetic, and out of those 100 million, 90% are not even aware of that.
What are the signs and symptoms that you might be diabetic?
Some of the signs and symptoms is increased thirst, increased urination, dizziness, weight loss. It's amazing because your body is not absorbing that glucose, so essentially you're losing weight, which is also, that's a dangerous sign.
Well, I'm glad that we know that. Well, thank you so much for sharing. If people would like to learn more about Conviva Care Centers and check in, how can they?
They can always visit our websites and also call our centers for a tour.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Before we wrap up our show at Knaus Berry Farm, let's check in with SoFlo Home Project host and design expert Elena Capra. Hey Elena, what's going on later today?
Hi Hunter, happy early Thanksgiving. Today we're sharing with viewers ways to get ready for the holidays. Later today on SoFlo Home Project, we'll show you some great design ideas to set up your outdoor spaces for large or more intimate gatherings.
Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and we are wrapping up our day here at Knaus Berry Farms. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The famous cinnamon buns. The pinnacle of health here on SoFlo Health. I'm just kidding. We know that this is a treat. And if you come all the way down here for a dozen and you think to yourself, geez, if I eat that all in a week, it's going to be rough on my health. Well, you'd probably be right. But you can save these in the freezer. And I've certainly done so in the past. You heat them up in the oven, not the microwave, and just monitor them at like 200-300 degrees real slowly. Once they get that gooey look on the outside, you're ready to go. That's all we have for this week's episode of SoFlo Health. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone here at Knaus Berry Farms for being so nice to us and having us, and of course, providing these cinnamon buns to South Florida on a regular basis. As always, you can watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health at SoFloShows.com. You can follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. And until next week, it's goodbye, good health, and the best cinnamon rolls. Next week on SoFlo Health, Coach Ron is back to help you make the most out of lunges, even if you're a beginner. Plus, we dive into what makes superfoods super, like kale, berries, and more. We'll see you then.